Hi everyone, so it's Gloria here, and I wanted to show you this cute little treat holder I made using this month's paper pumpkin kits. So it holds treats. I put Hershey's chocolates in there, and it is also a gift card holder. So I have 15 minutes to do this video because my husband is working from home and he says he doesn't have any meetings for 15 minutes, so that's all I have. So we're gonna try to go through this as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna show you how I made this. We're gonna take a sheet of paper, and this is 6 1/4 by 9 3/4. Okay, so 6 1/4 by 9 3/4. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up. Hopefully you can see it. And so on the short side, so on the 6 1/4 side, we're gonna score it at 1 inch. So bring it over to the 1 inch mark. We're gonna score it. And then we're gonna score the other side at 1 inch as well. Okay, now on the long side, we're gonna score it at 7 inches. So 7 inches. And we're gonna score it at 4 1/2 inches. We're gonna score it at 3 1/2 inches. At 2 1/2 inches. At 1 1/2 inches. And then I find it easier to sort of flip it around to do the 1/2 inch. So then the last one is going to be 1/2 inch on the side here. Okay, so there's all our score lines. Now we're going to put this away. And we're going to take our scissors. And this is just how I do it. You may have seen some other videos how they do it a little differently. But this is how I do it. So we're going to cut out this tiny little piece here. And I always like to notch mine. So again, this is just how I do it. And we're going to cut that little piece. Now we're going to cut out these two sides here, just following the score line. You can do it with your trimmer. I just find it a little easier just to follow the score line and cut it out that way. So you might also find it easier to cut with bigger scissors. And then we're going to do the other side as well. We're going to just trim it down. Hopefully you can see all this. I hope I'm not rushing too much because okay, so then our next step is to cut along these score lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off 2 of these. So I'm going to take off this one here. And I'm going to take off this one here. This is optional. You can leave it on if you want. I just find when there's 4 flaps, it's just so thick. And again, I like to trim mine down a little just to make it easier for closing up the box later. And you'll sort of see what I mean. This is just something extra. You don't have to do this. But like I said, I like doing it. So I'm gonna move these pieces aside. Again, we're gonna trim off on this opposite side the same pieces. And I'm gonna try to keep my eye on the clock because my husband has a meeting at 1 o'clock, which is very soon. Okay, so the next step is I pre-cut the DSP pieces here. These are 4 by 7/8 of an inch. Now I'm just going to use the Tombow glue just to make things a lot quicker. So 4 and 7/8 of an inch across. Hopefully my hands aren't shaking too much because I'm trying to speed through this. I can already hear my husband getting ready for his meeting call because I have about 5 minutes, so let's get this done. Okay, so our next part, we're gonna sort of fold this little flap in, and what I did is I'm gonna use this punch here to give us our window. So I line up my punch along the side there, and I sort of along the edge, and I'm just gonna punch it. The glue is still a little wet, and then I'm gonna slide it over to the other edge and line up the punch, and we're gonna punch it as well, just like that. So then the next part we're gonna put is our window, and this is cut by this is 4 and 7/8 of an inch as well. And we're just gonna use some tear tape to stick down our window. I got this tear tape on Amazon. It's 1/8 of an inch, so it's, or I think it's actually, is it 1/8 of an inch? I think it's 1/16 of an inch, maybe. I can't remember. No, maybe it's 1/8 of an inch. That sounds more like it. So now we're gonna take the backing off. And I have a feeling I may or may not have enough time to finish this video, but I'm doing it as quickly as I can. Okay, so we're gonna put our window sheet on. Oh, and I sort of messed it up there, but you know what? We'll just trim it off the end. Nobody's gonna know. Okay, so now we're gonna fold these pieces all up so that this is our box. We're gonna fold this down, and I will show you how I do this. I'm going to put a piece of adhesive here. And then we're going to put this adhesive along this edge here. And we're going to put adhesive along the bottom edge here as well. And then what we're going to do is this is how I do it. So I'm going to put, this is my gift card, and I'm just going to take a scrap piece of cardstock, and this is my stopper, so that I know where my gift card needs to stop. I'm just going to put that right there. And it will keep it from going all the way down the edge. Hopefully that makes sense. So now I'm going to take the adhesive off. You know, fold it over. I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold this flat. And we're almost done. So that's taped up. We're going to grab our circle punch. This is a 1-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to notch it at the top here, halfway down, just like that. Then we're going to glue this down. I might have gone a little crazy with the glue there. Okay, so we're going to glue this gingerbread house down like that. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals, and see now my fingers are super sticky. And then we're going to put some dimensionals down. And my husband's looking over like it's almost time. And of course I can't get any of these dimensionals to come off. I'm not sure why. I think I got a defective sheet or something. Okay, so let's put some dimensionals on the back. And we're almost done anyway, so we're going to put our house there. You don't see the door because I use the reverse side on for a piece of the reverse side of the gingerbread house. So we're going to close this up. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this one side here. By a bit, I mean I put a lot. And then once you put your chocolates in, you're just going to close that up. If you want, you can put a glue dot to close it. You can put a Velcro. I like to tie a ribbon around that. I also have my thank you here. So I'm going to pop that up as well. My sentiment was from which stamp set? I can't think of it now. Timeless Tropical. So I'm just going to, I didn't want to make all Christmas stuff because I have so many Christmas things already. So this is just a thank you for one of my customers, and then you can just add your little puffy candy thingies. Just like that, and we're pretty much all done. So all you have to do is again, this is just retired ribbon that I have. And what you're going to do is you're just going to tie a pretty little bow. You can use any ribbon, you can use twine as well. And there's the call, so there you go. Thanks for joining me. Here's our box, and we're all done. So this is what it looks like once you're all finished.